Today the weather is absolutely shocking outside, so unfortunately I am stuck inside, which is a shame because I've got a lot of stuff to test out. I've got the Shuriken X1 to try out. I've also got the Runcam Night Eagle to test with my night vision system, but it's just raining and windy and I'm stuck indoors. So I have decided to check out this little guy. This is the HC615 Phantom. Now, not related to the DJI Phantom, which, speaking of, I'm hoping to get my hands on a DJI Phantom 4 Pro to review on the channel. I'm still working on a few things, but definitely watch out for that. I'll update if I have any news on it. But yes, I'm going to check out this tiny indoor quadcopter today, and as you can see, it's got this protector all the way around it, and it's really unusual, but this is going to be fantastic for a beginner indoors because no matter what you smack into, it's not going to do any damage. I mean, it's a nano pretty much anyways, so even if it didn't have the protector on, it wouldn't really damage that much stuff. But there we go, it's got this protector and you can't remove it. It's actually built into the moulding of the frame there. So you could perhaps clip it off if you wanted to, but why would you? And now it does look a little bit flimsy. It's like a very thin plastic, so I'll have to see if it breaks and how durable it is. So we have got a 180 milliamp one cell battery built into this. We have got this little dummy plate here, so it looks like they're going to do a camera version, but this is the non-camera version. And it costs just £14, can you believe that? So, great stocking filler if you can get it there in time. Let's see what else we have got on here. We have got an on and off switch there and a charging port, and that is pretty much your lot. Let's see what we get in the package here. We have got a charger there, and we have got only 2 spare blades, but I guess they are hedging their bets on the fact that you probably aren't going to destroy many of these blades, hopefully anyway. I usually have a good go at destroying blades. And then we've got a screwdriver, and I can't see why you'd want to take this apart, so oh no. That's what the screwdriver's for. So you can't lick these AAA batteries that goes in there. It looks like this will clip in without the screw, so I'll be throwing that away. So we have this nano transmitter here, and very similar to a lot of the nano transmitters out there, apart from it's got its on and off button down here, and no altitude hold, so that's unusual for this year, but I think it's better for a beginner to start without altitude hold so you can learn to regulate your throttle. And then we have got various different buttons up here, so this one here goes through 3 different rates I think, and then this one allows you to do a flip, so you press it and then you can put in the roll or the pitch in there. Now we've got 2 buttons down here, and supposedly this one goes into headless mode. Now I'm not a big fan of headless mode, so I probably won't be using that, and then if you press it for a couple of seconds it will do wonky return. Again, not a fan of that. And then according to the manual, this one will start and stop video and take a photo, but of course this isn't the camera version. And then all of the rest of these are going to be your trims, so we don't have any buttons on there, and it's stuck in mode 2, so I will fly this in mode 2. So let's go and take this for a quick fly indoors and see how I get on with it. Okay, let's go for a takeoff with this thing. I'm in the lowest rate for now, and it seems really stable. The low rate is good for a beginner. That is really nice actually. Let's go for the second rate. 2 beats for the second rate. And again, an intermediate rate. I really like those LEDs on the front and the back. Really easy for orientation. and then beep 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 for the third rate, and still fairly docile, but still nice. Okay, let's go for a flip or roll. So it gains height, and then it loses height and gains height again. Let's try that again. You can hear that it sort of has a little bit of a flutter as the PID controller is upset for a bit. Yeah, I like it. Plenty of power for indoors, but not too much. Let's go for a punch test. Actually, it's got plenty of power. If I can try and bash it, yeah. No problems with it smacking into things. Yeah, nice little flyer. I'm struggling with this tiny controller, I have to say, because I'm flying mode 2. I usually like to pinch in mode 2 for some reason that I can't figure out. I guess makes me feel like I've got more control, more resolution, I don't know. But giving me a slight hand cramp doing that, trying to clutch this controller here. I really like this. And for the price, you cannot go wrong with something like this. I need to practice flying mode 2. And this is great for that. I struggle the most in mode 2 when the sticks are both spring loaded, because then I don't know what on earth to do. But this is a nice flyer, really smooth, and you aren't going to do any damage whatsoever with it. So I'll try the front flip there, and again, doesn't gain too much height that it hits the ceiling. However, that wouldn't matter with this one, because it's protected anyways. So I can feel the battery wearing a little bit. I'm having to put a little bit more throttle than before, probably about 65% to get it to hover, so I'm expecting an LVC soon if it has one. Maybe not. Let's keep it going. Oh, this is really nice. See if I can bash it into that thing. Bad piloting skills there. More like landed on it. There we go. So it doesn't really affect how it flies when you bash into stuff. Much like a tiny whoop would. Look at that. No problem at all. So no props catching on anything. Really nice system for £14 or whatever it is. So I'll put a link in the description of this one because the price always changes. But I can't imagine this one fluctuating too much. Look at this one, it's flying for a good amount of time. Of course, it's not battling any wind or anything like that. And I think you could fly this one outside. Definitely seems to have enough control in that higher rate. But it will fly for a longer time inside because it's not got anything to resist against when it comes to the wind or anything like that. This is nice, feeling comfortable with it now. Bit of nose in flying, it's always the hardest thing to do when you're a mode 1 flyer converting to mode 2, and it's difficult doing nose in anyway if you've never flown before. Oh, we've got a flashing light. Pretty impressive flight time for the battery size. So let's see how long before it's going to fall out the sky, why not? Can't imagine it's going to land itself, this one. It doesn't have altitude hold, so it's probably just going to kill the battery. I'll keep it going. Still got plenty of throttle with that LVC kick it in. Hovering again about 65%. And there we go. It's just completely lost its battery there. Yeah, so pretty good flight time. Yeah, impressed with that one. So there you go. That is my review of the HC615. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, thanks so much for watching. Please continue to subscribe. Cheers.